Hi there, thanks for joining Hatha Yoga Tuesday evening. Hope you're well. Just need to back a little bit. So hope you're well, hope you can see and hear me okay. So Hatha Yoga, working through a balanced class, a bit of everything. So working the spine, strengthening the legs, strengthening the ankles, increasing flexibility and hopefully some calm for us. So we'll start in initial relaxation. So that's lying down to transition from probably a busy day, or even just it's quite nice in the morning to assess how you feel. So we're lying down and have the knees together, feet out with the knees bent up, if that feels okay, or stretch out the legs and let the small toes fall out to the side. You can either have the hands resting on the tummy or the hands, palms facing up. Make sure your chin is coming in towards the chest so you can feel that nice length through the back of your neck. Softly closing the eyes. And start tonight by bringing an intention into your mind of how you would like the next hour to go. So an intention maybe to focus on your breathing, focus on staying aware, maybe just noticing each time your mind wanders, which is natural for the mind to wander. So just set that intention and repeat it to yourself 3 times. And then at the end of the class, I'll remind you to see and notice if you did manage to stick to your intention. A bit like a New Year's resolution, but just for an hour. So now we're going to bring awareness into our natural breath. So that's breath in and out through the nose. And as you're breathing naturally here, you're being aware of which parts of the body are moving on your inhale, which parts of the body move on your exhale. So it could be the tummy, could be the chest, it could be, notice the air in and out of the nostrils. With that awareness, we're moving into 3-part breath. We're going to do it in stages. So first of all, bringing your hands to your tummy, and for about 5 breaths, on the inhale you notice the tummy expand, on the exhale notice the tummy release. So about 5 breaths. You've also seen if you can deepen your inhale and your exhale. So as much as you can, all the way to the top of your inhale, try and get all that exhale completely out. There's always more than you exhale or breath in the body than you think you have. onto the second part of the three-part breath now. So it's placing the hands at the side of the ribs, and here we're expanding our ribs on the inhale and releasing the ribs on the exhale. So making those breaths as deep as possible again. Bring the hands just to the shoulder blades, so expanding the chest, so just above the chest. So really expand the chest on the inhale, release as much as you can on your exhale. We change to the bringing all of that together. So wherever you feel best to rest your hands, the whole of the three-part breath. So expanding the tummy, side ribs, chest, exhale, and everything releases. About 6 now of the full three-part breath. Returning to your natural breath. And then we'll do our gentle supine warm up. So bringing both feet together and a deep breath in, stretch the arms above the head. And breathe out slowly, bring your arms down and draw the right knee in towards the chest. And here, hugging that right knee as much as possible, extending the left leg away with the heel of the left foot pushing away, toes towards the face. So our left leg is engaged and strong. And from here, we're drawing big circles with our big right toe. And we're going clockwise. So this is great for bringing the knee joint back in line with your ankle joint and your hip joint. So make a big circle as possible with the big toe. Full range of movement here for the ankle. You might also, if you're being aware, you might notice the shin and the muscles around the shin are moving. So it's great to loosen off shins and calves. And change direction, so anti-clockwise, big circles. Still breathing softly. And point and flex, so pointing the toes down, flexing toes towards the face. Slowly bring the right leg down, both feet together, deep breath in, stretch all the way above the head with the arms, and breathe out, draw the left knee in towards the chest. Now extending the right heel away, toes towards the face, drawing anti-clockwise circles with the big left toe. Changing to clockwise. And point and flex again. And bring down the left leg. Both feet together, stretch the arms above the head, breathe in, breathe out, arms back down, and draw both knees in towards the chest. So hugging the knees in, taking our knees side to side. And slowly draw yourself up to seated. If you roll up to seated, drawing the tummy in, or take the knees down to the side, press the hand into the floor, and lift yourself up to seated. So if you've got your block, we're going to do some seated upper body stretches. We're sitting on a block or a cushion with the legs crossed. So just notice which leg is in front. So you'll automatically bring one leg in front, which is the natural way to cross your legs. Also, try to take the heels away, so you're not kind of crossing your ankles, you're crossing more the shins. And if you can, try to flex the heels away and toes towards the face, and that helps to stabilise the muscles around the knee. So sitting up tall first of all, and then taking the fingers out to the side, breathing in to stretch up, and then breathing out, bringing your left hand outside your right knee and the right hand behind. So a twist here for about 5 breaths. So gently drawing the tummy, the chest and the face over to the right. Slowly back to the centre, fingertips at the side again. Deep breath in, really draw the palms together, fingertips up, and then slowly extend to the left. So right hand outside the left knee, left hand quite close to the lower back. Gently drawing yourself from the tummy, ribs, chest to the left. 5 breaths. Slowly draw yourself back to the centre, and then we do our side stretches, so lateral stretches, right hand out to the side, bring the left fingertips over to the right, feel the stretch up your left hand side, couple of breaths. Slowly lifting up, changing sides, left hand out to the side, right fingertips over to the left. Feel that stretch up the right hand side of the body. If you can't feel the chest, if you can draw those fingertips over to the left a bit more. And slowly back. Okay, so from here stretch out both legs. First of all, push the heels away, toes towards the face. Try and draw your kneecaps up, and notice, if you can, feel the thighs and feel those thighs engaged. So the thighs are strengthening. Great just a little exercise for strengthening the muscle, tear-shaped muscle inside the knee joint, which sometimes gets forgotten, and that's sometimes when we can get knee pain. So just here, you're sitting up as tall as you can, and you're pushing your heels away, toes towards the face, and if you can, you're lifting your heels off the mat, and then those thighs are strong, and that's what we want to feel also when we're doing our standing postures. So this is called staff pose, where we bring the hands at the side of the hips, and we sit with the tummy drawn in, the legs and thighs switched on. So we can try and do that, say, for a couple of minutes each day, but we won't do it tonight. So just remember which leg was in front. We're going to cross the ankles again. So my right leg was in front, which is the natural way for me to cross my legs. So I'm bringing my left shin in front and sitting up tall again. I'm trying to walk my heels away. So I'm crossing the shins. And then we'll do those twists. So fingertips at the side, deep breath in, stretch up. This time we're going to stretch to the left. So right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind. Gently kind of spiralling the tummy, the ribs and the chest to your left. Coming forwards again, fingertips at the thighs, stretch up. Really draw the fingertips up towards the ceiling, breathe out, take your body to the right hand side. And that left hand comes outside the right knee or the right thigh to gently help you rotate the chest a little bit more. To the centre and going for that lateral stretch, so left hand out to the side. Try and keep your right arm straight. Try and keep your left ear away from your left shoulder. So we're stretching the fingertips over to the top left ceiling. And then repeat the other side. So the more we can stretch the fingertips up towards the right hand side, that lovely stretch we get up the left hand side. And back to the centre and extend both legs again. So extending the heels away, toes towards the face, see if we can lift the heels off the mat again, drawing the kneecaps up. Okay, so from here we're going to come into butterfly, so the soles of the feet together, so a yang type butterfly. So bringing the feet as close as they'll come into the body and keeping our chest forward and our back nice and flat, butterflying the knees up and down. So a stretch for the adductors, the inner thigh. This can help to prevent sciatica. So for this, it definitely helps to make sure you're sitting on a block, so the knees aren't up here. Knees will be more able to lower, you'll be able to bring that chest forward with the pelvis tilted forward a little bit. And then with the flat back, chest forward, we try and come forward. So we take our hands around our feet. But keep the chin forward, face forward. We're not allowing the chin to come towards the chest, and we're not letting the head drop. We're looking forward. And about 5 breaths here. Should feel quite intense. If you've got your feet close enough into your groin, it should feel quite intense on the inner thighs. stretch the legs out forward again, and then shaking out the legs here. Okay, so coming to all fours. A little bit of core strength. So knees at about hip width apart and hands underneath the shoulders. So make sure your fingertips are spread. So we're pressing our fingertips into the floor to protect the shoulders. Now extending the left foot away. So first of all, we're keeping the left toes on the floor. And all we're thinking about is drawing our left kneecap up and then drawing our tummy in, engaging the abdominals and stretching out the right hand. So a couple of breaths in Superman. Bring the left knee down and the right hand down. Draw that tummy in again, and now extending the right heel away. Draw the kneecap up so the right leg is activated. You might even be able to switch on that right glute. So the whole of the right leg is strong. Then lifting out the left arm. And 2 breaths of Superman this side. And left hand down and right knee down. And then one more each side. This time we're lifting the left leg. Heel away, toes towards the face, and lifting the right hand. So the left leg is straight and the right arm is straight. And bring hand down, knee down, extending the right leg straight as possible, extending the left arm. Engage the abdominals. Hand down and knee down. So coming into quarter down dog. So turning the toes under. Just make sure you can feel that toe stretch, and then lifting the knees off the mat. Okay, so a little bit of core work here as well. So drawing the tummy in and just hold for 3 breaths. Bring the knees back down and tops of the feet onto the floor and stretch back in child pose. And bringing the bottom onto the heels. This time extended child pose, so walking the fingertips forward as much as you can and releasing the head down either to your block or just to the mat. About 5 breaths in child pose. But you're trying to keep your arms as straight as possible. You're trying to really feel the chest stretch and the armpit stretch. And press it into the hands to lift up back to tabletop. So next we're going into the 3/4 down dog. So turning our toes under again and knees off the mat. Then draw the chest through to the thighs as much as you can. We're not lifting the hips up yet, so we're holding in 3/4 down dog for 3 breaths. And then come back to quarter dog, and then knees back to the mat and coming again into child pose. This time with the hands, you're bringing your hands so they are resting on the back of your head. Your elbows are on the floor, about shoulder width apart, and you're just bringing the back of your hands to rest on kind of the neck or your shoulders. So 3 breaths. You want to feel the chest resting on the thighs. Okay, and then then stretching the hands forward again, pressing into the hands as we lift up again to tabletop. Keeping those fingers spread, going into full down dog in the 3 stages. So turning the toes under, first of all quarter dog, then chest through to the thighs as much as you can. Keep that chest as close as you can towards the thighs, slowly lifting up the hips towards the ceiling. And then we're walking the dog, so one heel comes to the floor, the other knee is bent. And then changing sides, heel to the floor, other knee bent. So for some of you it might be an intense stretch for the calf. And then bring the knees slowly back to the mat and rest back in child pose. So you can have your hands extended forward again for the chest and armpit opening, or if you prefer a more restful child pose, you bring the backs of your hands onto the floor and allow a more curved, rounded back. Lifting up slowly out of child pose. So from here, coming to our plank. So fingers are spread, turning the toes under. So plank, you want to press your hands as much as you can into the floor, and then kind of push your shoulders up towards the ceiling. So retraction of the shoulders and drawing the tummy in, pushing the heels back, and squeezing those kneecaps up. So a strong plank, and then we're lifting up into down dog from here. So drawing the chest through to the thighs and holding for 5 breaths in down dog. Coming forward again into plank. So pressing the hands into the floor again, pushing those shoulder blades up towards the ceiling, drawing the tummy in, drawing the kneecaps up, pushing the heels away. Nice deep breath in. Breath out, slowly come back into down dog. Now from here, bending the knees, keeping the feet about hip width, bend the knees and walk the hands back towards the feet. And then from here we're coming into a forward fold. So if you have any back issues, remember to keep your knees a little bit soft. The forward fold is dangling, so take hold of opposite elbow. Remember, if you can, the better stretch might be to keep the knees bent and bring that chest as much as you can towards the thighs, and then release the crown of the head down towards the floor and allow gravity to slowly help you go deeper into the forward fold. Another 5 or so breaths. Pressing the feet into the floor, just going to roll up slowly. Keep the chin on the chest and bring the head up last. Okay, so from here, we're going to do some of these stretches out of Heart of Yoga. So these are kind of a little bit working on mobility. So the first one is we do it 6 times, and we have the hands by the side, and then we come up onto our tiptoes, And try and keep your balance as you bring your hands behind your head to touch the back of your neck. Okay, and then bring the hands back down. So do that about 6 times. And again, we need to be thinking about drawing our kneecaps up, squeezing our glutes and squeezing our tummy. So I'll do about 6 times. So breathing in to lift up and breathing out to lower. Breathe in to lift up. Breathe out to lower. So it is a challenge for the balance if we're not focused. Breathe in to lift up and out to lower. So stay up if you can. Don't be put off by me, a bit wobbly tonight. And lower. So great for ankle strength and calf strength here. And another 2. Okay, so 6 times again with the next movement. So here, our feet are apart, about hip width apart. We breathe in as much as we can and stretch up as tall as we can. And as we breathe out, we bend the knees and swing the arms behind us. And then press into the feet as we lift up, breathe in. Even take the hands behind a little bit, so we're creating a little bit of a back bend. And then breathing out, keep the knees soft and bent. So another 4 or 5, breathing in, stretch up as tall as you can. Breathe out, come forward. Draw the tummy in as you breathe out to come forward. And 1 more of these. Really stretching up tall, breathing in deeply. And breathing out. Forward. And then bending the knees, pressing into the feet, lifting up slowly. Okay, so from here we're doing 1 more, which is a little bit more of a challenge for a balance. And it's hip rotations coming into the tree pose. So pressing our left foot into the floor, lifting our right knee, and doing about 5 or so hip circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then opposite way, so this time knee forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And see if we can bring our right thigh onto our left shin, or just have the right toes pressing into the floor with the right heel pressing into the left heel. So either hands on the hips, palms together, arms out to the side, or palms above the head. It's up to you. And hold, if you can, for 5 breaths. Try to look at something unmoving on the floor. Down the right foot, release the arms, then changing sides, so starting with the hip rotations. So left knee lifts, press your right foot into the floor, so we're not sinking into the right hip. If we press into the right foot, we're lifting up out of the hip. And then 5 rotations with the knee going back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the knee comes forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming into the tree pose. Keep pressing into your right foot, chest forward, shoulders back, and then choose where you want to bring your hands, either out to the side or palms together, holding for 5 breaths. Okay, and slowly shake out, release the hands, and we'll go into some sun salutations, just one round each side. So coming to the front of your mat, feet about hip width apart. So we're just stretching up as we breathe in, breathing out, bringing the hands to the feet. So just try and work here a little bit on the flat back forward fold. So we go into a half forward fold by bringing the hands either onto the shins or onto the thighs, kind of making an L shape with our body. So our legs are straight and we're engaging our thighs and our backs nice and flat. And the back of your head is in line with your shoulders. So that's the half forward fold. The full forward fold, we keep pushing our bottom back. We bring the fingertips slowly down the body. And this time the back can round, so more of a stretch for the back. If you notice, if you come back into half forward fold, you might feel more of a stretch in your hamstrings. So coming into the full forward fold, and now looking forward, breathe in, step the right foot back and the right knee down onto the mat into the lunge. So lunge, we want the chest forward, shoulders coming down the back, breathe in. Breathe out, stepping the left foot back into tabletop. Breathe in tabletop. Breathe out, bring our body to the floor. We'll press into the hands. We want to keep elbows glued in towards the waist. Breathe in, lift the chest into cobra. Breathe out, push back into tabletop and bring our chest towards our thighs in down dog. So 3 breaths in down dog. Spreading the fingers, drawing the tummy in, drawing the kneecaps up. And bringing our left knee to the floor and stepping the right foot in between the hands. So lifting the chest in the lunge, lifting the face, breathe in. Breathe out, turn the left toes under, step the left foot to the front of the mat into forward fold, breathe out. Breathe in half forward fold with that flat back. Breathe out full forward fold. And press into the feet, breathing in, bending the knees, lifting up slowly into extended mountain. Breathe out, back to mountain. So we do the other side. Palms facing forward, breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, come forward fold. Breathe in, half forward fold. Breathe out, full forward fold. Breathe in, step the left foot back and the left knee down. Lifting the chest, looking forward, lunge. Taking the right knee back into tabletop. So from tabletop, breathe in. Breathe out slowly, lower to the floor. Then press the hands into the floor. Keep the elbows glued into the waist. Take a breath in, stretch up into cobra. Press into the hands, breathe out, down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. Bringing the right knee to the floor, stepping your left foot in between the hands, lifting the chest, looking forward, lunge, breathe in, breathe out, step the right foot to the front of the mat, forward fold, breathe in, half forward fold, breathe out, full forward fold. Breathe in, press into the feet, lift up slowly, stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling, gaze at the thumbs. And breathe out, back to mountain. Okay, so from here we're going to step the feet apart, do some standing postures. So feet quite wide apart, and we're going to go into Warrior 2 first of all. So left heel goes out slightly, and we're drawing our left kneecap up. Left thigh is strong, and turning the right toes out to the side. Keep the hips facing forward, chest forward, bending that right knee. So if you bend your right knee and you notice that the knee's going past the ankle, just need to extend those right toes out a bit. So the main target area here will be your left adductors. So we're drawing those left kneecap up. We're going a bit lower if we can. Also, that knee isn't coming in of the bent knee. That knee is back so you can see your right big toe. And then take out the hands and looking over the middle right finger. So hold in Warrior 2 for 5 breaths. From Warrior 2 we come into the side angle stretch. So this is why it's important to have that right knee safe. So the right knee is back and the ankle isn't going beyond the right ankle. Bring the right elbow to the right thigh. First of all, practice a little bit of opening the chest. So drawing that left hand so it's behind, either on the lower back or resting on top of the right thigh. So this is what position we want with the chest. We want that left shoulder back, okay, and then stretch up the left fingertips as much as you can towards the right. But the arm's not down like that, the arm is straight up. And is that kneecap on the left leg still drawing up? So 3 breaths in side angle. Press it into both feet, breathe in, so we lift the arm up and straighten the legs, and then turn the toes forward, going into Warrior 2 on our left side. So left toes out to the side, right heel out slightly, drawing both kneecaps up first of all, so thighs are strong, then bending that left knee, and again checking that the knee stays in line with the ankle, and we can see our left big toe. Hips forward and chest forward. Extend the fingertips away, palms down, looking over the left fingers. Keeping that left knee back. 5 breaths. Checking the knees safe, so knees back, come into the side angle, so resting your left elbow on your left thigh, and then taking your right fingertips either to rest on your lower back or on top of the left thigh, drawing our right shoulder back, a couple of breaths, and then you can either stay here or extend the left arm up, so the left upper arm is kind of stretching up, fingertips extending towards the ceiling on the left. And 3 breaths in the extended side angle. And press into the feet, slowly lifting, extending the arms down and stepping the feet together. Shaking out the legs. So we'll do one more round of sun salutations. So we'll keep practicing these so we can kind of get into a flow with the breath. So each time we extend up, it's a breath in, and as we fold forward, it's a breath out. Or as we lift up into cobra, it's a breath in. As we extend back into down dog, it's a breath out. So it's quite hard to get used to, but the more we do it, we get used to it and we notice the benefits. So feet apart, and palms facing forward, drawing our shoulders back, chest forward. Breath in, lifting up, stretching up as tall as you can. And a breath out, bring the fingertips to the floor. Breath in, half forward fold, so nice flat back. Breath out, full forward fold. Breath in, right foot back, right knee down, extending the chest forward. Breath out, left knee back, into tabletop. Breath in, breath out, slowly release to the floor. Keeping the elbows into the waist. Here, think about switching on the glutes and the thighs. Breathe in, lift cobra. Push into the hands as we breathe out, tabletop and down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. So from down dog here, you have the option of either bringing the left knee to the floor or stepping the right foot in between the hands first and then bringing the left knee to the floor. So I kind of have to cheat to do that bit by moving my right hand out of the way, but it's all practice and learning little tricks. Okay, so breathe in, lift the chest forward into the lunge. Breathe out, step the left foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Breathe in, half forward fold. Breathe out, full forward fold. And breathing in, lifting up, pressing the feet into the floor. Extend the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathe out into mountain. So left side, one more, palms forward. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, half forward fold. Breathe out, full forward fold. Breathing in, stepping the left foot back and down into the lunge, lifting the chest forward. Breathe out, tabletop. Breathe in. Breathe out, slowly lower the body to the floor. Breathe in, cobra. Push into the hands as we breathe out into tabletop and down dog. 3 breaths. So if you want to, you can bring your right knee down or have a go at looking forward, breathing in, stepping the left foot forward in between the hands, right knee to the floor, lunge, chest forward. As you breathe out, step the right foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Breathe in, half forward fold. Breathe out, full forward fold. Breathing in, pressing the feet into the floor, stretch up tall, gaze at the thumbs. Breathe out, mountain. Okay, so come to seated on the mat. So from here we're going to do a seated twist. So we can bring the flesh from underneath the buttocks. So we've got that nice tall posture. And again, if you've got a mirror, it's probably easier to see. You don't want to be sat like that. We want to be sat with the chest forward. So it's much easier to do sitting on a block to tilt the pelvis forward. So heels away, toes towards the face. We've got both thighs activated and drawing the right foot so it's over the left knee. And then that might be enough of a stretch. I find it a lovely stretch for my right hip, outer hip. So we're just hugging the knee, the right knee, over towards your left shoulder as much as you can. And then if you want to, you can add the twist. But for me at the moment, this feels just about right amount of tension. We want to keep the left heel extended away, toes towards the face. If you want a deeper stretch or you want more of a twist, you would draw the chest over to the right and bring your right hand behind, even maybe looking over your right shoulder. Slowly coming forward. So just show you another option. We'll do that twist again. To make it even deeper, you take your right hand behind, quite close to the lower back, so you're not leaning back like that. Quite close to the lower back, with the long front of the body, long spine. You would draw your left shoulder, so it's kind of pushing your right knee towards the left a little bit more, with the palm facing to your right, and that helps you to get that rotation of the spine a bit. You need to have quite long arms probably to get that shoulder over the knee, but it does help to get more of the twist and the rotation. About another 3 breaths. Slowly back to the centre, sit up tall, and then extend the right foot away, so heel away, toes towards the face, drawing the right kneecap up, and then we're drawing the other leg, so the left leg over the right thigh, and again we're trying to keep the spine as long as possible, so trying to separate the ribs away from the hips, sitting up as tall as you can, right leg is strong, and then that might be enough for the first couple of breaths, or taking the left hand behind and gently rotating from the tummy, the ribs, the chest over to your left. Back to the centre, hugging the knee and the thigh as close as you can towards the chest, and we'll see if we can go into the deeper twist. So this time the right shoulder is coming as much as you can over your left thigh, palm facing now to the left, left hand behind, and again see if you can get that deeper twist. Slowly coming forward, sitting up nice and tall, extending the left foot away and shaking out the legs, maybe giving the thighs a rub. Okay, and then coming onto the back. So lying on the back, we're doing the bridge exercise, about 4 bridges exercises. So if you want to work how to engage those thighs, you can bring a cushion or a block between the thighs. First of all, the feet are together and the back of the head is resting down on the floor, but pressing the feet into the floor and pressing the palms into the floor. First of all, tilting the pelvis up, kind of maybe squeezing the glutes and lifting the tailbone off, and then peeling the back off all the time, squeezing that block or cushion. Take a breath in at the top, lift the hips higher. And then slowly we're releasing from the upper back and the middle back and the lower back. Finally the tailbone. So lifting up again, squeeze the block, tilt the pelvis up, breathing in to lift. As you're at the top, breathe out, draw the tummy in. Breathe in, lift the hips higher. Breathe out slowly, lower the back vertebrae by vertebrae to the floor. And one more, so squeeze that block hard, breathe in, lift up, peel the lower back, middle back, upper back. Breathe out at the top, breathe in, squeeze higher. Breathe out, lower down. Keep the tummy drawn in as you lower. Keep squeezing the block as you lower. And finally, removing the block to one side. And bring the knees in towards the chest. Just hugging the knees in. Knees side to side. Then we'll finish with a one-legged reclining twist. So extending your right foot along the floor, and then the left foot over the right knee. And then we're drawing the left knee down towards the right with the right hand. And if you need to, you could have a block to rest the left knee on. Also, you need to shuffle your shoulders a bit over to the left. So both shoulders are down over to the right. Both shoulders are down on the floor. Extend the left hand out to the side or the left hand above the head. And take 5 breaths here. Bring the left hand back down and slowly draw the left knee to the centre and stretch out the left leg and changing sides. So drawing our right foot over the left knee, drawing the right knee down to the left with the left hand. So hopefully you've got the stretch here in the right hip, the right glute maybe. Need to shuffle these shoulders a little bit over to the left. Extend the right hand out to the side or the right hand above the head. And 5 breaths again. To the side, right knee to the centre, and stretch out both legs. So we'll get ready for final relaxation. So make sure you're warm enough and comfortable enough, and you can either have the knees bent up or the legs out straight with the feet, small toes flopping out to the side. Maybe have the head resting on a block, chin towards the chest. Arms out at the side with the palms facing up, gently opening the chest. So thinking back to your intention that you said to yourself at the start of the class. And a little assessment for yourself if you stayed aware or stayed relaxed, or how you feel compared to at the start of the class. So a few soft breaths in and out. toes and feel the release of the toes. Notice any sensations. And mentally release each toe one by one. Move on to the feet, relax the feet completely. The soles of the feet, the ankles. And now softening the calves, the knees, the thighs. Softening the hips. Relax the hips. Relax the hips. And slowly feel the tension releasing from each part of the back. Notice the floor that you're lying on. As the body relaxes now, feel as though you're sinking down into the floor. And take awareness into the chest. Notice the chest and the abdomen rising and falling with each inhale, with each exhale. Feel the body softening. Feel the body becoming heavier. Softening the face, the eyes, the facial muscles, the forehead. And breathing deeply for about another 2 minutes. Focus on deep abdominal 3-part breath. The whole body expands as you inhale. The whole body releases as you exhale. Slowly coming out of relaxation, bringing awareness into the room. Bring awareness and movement back into the body. And then we can rotate the ankles, rotate the wrists, maybe bring the knees into the chest. Give ourselves a big hug, maybe bring the forehead to the knees. Either roll up to seated or take our knees down to one side and pause. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you soon. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, hi Roger and Una. Okay, alright, bye for now. See you soon.